Hey guys, Tina here with Next Step Streaming. Today we are going to talk about your chat. Now, in a previous video, we did talk about how to motivate yourself to talk when nobody's talking or nobody's in chat. This is instead to focus on when there are people in chat and people are talking, how to keep up with it and make sure, that you're not missing really important conversation, because a lot of times, even a few seconds off, you can be losing that person. And as a small streamer, we want to really focus on those few viewers in there and give them the attention that they deserve. So many times I have had people come back and compliment me on the way that I don't miss a single comment, that I do take the time to have conversations with people and get to know people and just be genuinely excited to see them. Because you want to keep in mind, guys, that when you are streaming, as soon as you hit go or live or start recording, streaming is your priority, not gaming. So you really, really, really need to pay attention to the people that are coming to your chat, especially, when you have less than 5 to 800 viewers, right? I've seen streamers that can keep up with chat really well, even when they have close to 1,000 viewers. So for us, when we have 5, 10, 15 people, there should be no reason why you should not be on top of chat and keeping an eye on it constantly. So here are a few things that I've learned to help me really stay on top of when people are talking to me. 1, be aware of where your chat box is. If you have 5 screens and your chat box is all the way over here and your gaming screen is all the way over here, you are going to lose time looking between the screens. You're also going to lose motivation to look between the screens. And also, you're not really going to see it out of the corner of your eye when somebody does talk. So make sure the location of your chat is as close to your gaming screen as it absolutely can positively be. Some people will even sometimes make the chat pop out and put it on the same screen as what they're gaming. I have a 3-screen layout right now. I have my gaming in the middle, and on the left screen, I have the chat on the right side. So it's literally just a quick eye flick. It's constantly checking. So be aware of your location. If you are on a console, make sure it's as close as you possibly can. If you have to put it on your phone, make sure it's right by the screen. You want to be able to just flick your eyes and check. You know what I mean? And also, most times, it's kind of awkward when a streamer is like, it almost looks like, I don't want to say like thirsty, but like when somebody keeps like aggressively looking at chat to see if somebody's talked, it's this weird moment, this weird uncomfortable moment. So if it's just like an eye flick, it's just an eye flick. It's like, oh, it's almost natural. Like, are they even looking at chat? Or are they, what's going on? So location. Make sure your chat is in a great spot. Another way is the color background. A lot of times people will put their Twitch window in night mode because it's less obtrusive, or it's less annoying to our eyes. Unfortunately, because it is less annoying to your eyes, a lot of times you're not seeing the movement of chat because it's black on blue. So when you have a white background, it's a lot more obvious to your eye to pick up when somebody's chatting. So even if you are gaming and somebody, the location again, even if somebody does chat a little bit, it's going to be a lot more noticeable out of your peripheral, so you can just flick over and read chat. So even just changing the color of your background can sometimes make it a little bit easier and a little bit more noticeable when somebody does talk. Another way to keep up, if you do, one of these days you have a crazy amount of people in your channel, like when I was on the front page and we had, 1,600 people talking to me, and I felt really comfortable just reading chat. One way that I've learned to keep up with fast moving chat is find there's apps and programs to help increase the speed of your reading. And at first I was like, what? This is crazy. This is absolute bullshit. Like, you're just throwing words at me really quick. No, the eye is a muscle. And the quickness that you read all comes with practice. I myself, I love books. I've been reading my entire life, and you hear it. Oh, I could read through a book. I could read through a 300-page book in a few hours. And then you have other people who are like, well, I'm such a slow reader, because they usually don't read a lot. So what you want to do is you want to take it one step further and go and look at these programs. A lot of them are free. look into these programs and exercise your eyes. Like, even as a warm up before you stream, warm your eyes up and quick do like a 5 minute intensive speed reading session where it just throws a lot of words at you, a lot of words, sentences, whatever. Get your eye going, get your brain going, get those connections being wired, and that way it helps a little bit keeping up with chat. And finally, I guess my piece of advice is knowing when to really kind of touch base with someone and then move on. Touch base, to keep chat moving, because sometimes people will get stuck on a comment when chat is moving, and it just gets way behind, or people get skipped and then they jump down. What you want to do is be aware, like, how active is chat being, okay? Don't be afraid to just like touch on a comment, answer the question, and move to the next. But when chat is moving a little slower, definitely take the time, invest in conversation. Don't run things into the ground. Don't end questions with just like a one-word answer. Take the time, get to know people, have a conversation, ask questions back, talk about the game, talk about their day, talk about, are people, there's a holiday coming up. What are their plans for the holiday? Are they excited for the holiday? Things like that. So along with all of that, that is just some really, really helpful tips that I've learned to keep up with chat. So it's all about location, even changing the color. You could also even change the size. That sometimes gets a little wonky. Like if you start making the text really big, sometimes then chat's moving too quick. But then you can also look into slow mode too. But I don't really advise that. But so anyway, these are all different options. So what I'm saying, I guess at the heart of the matter, is experiment. You want the location, you want it to trigger your eye, whether it be size, color, or speed. Make sure you're working out your eyes, make sure you're exercising your eyes, and making sure that you are keeping pace with the channel. If chat is moving, don't slow it down. If chat is pretty slow, get into it. Ask them about their, tell me a story. You know what I mean? Like really get into them with that. And that is what I use with my chat. And so far, I have no complaints. I mean, even today, it was really, really slow. A lot of people are just kind of watching me play Far Cry 5, and they're playing along with me. So I just focus on the game. And then when people do talk, because it catches my eye, I can flick over really quickly. Because that's the worst thing ever as a viewer. When you go in and the chat is dead, and then you venture out of your comfort zone to actually say something, and then the streamer never even looks. Or they look like 5 to 10 minutes later. Super awkward. So guys, don't do that. Take the effort. Practice. If you're like, wow, I'm just really bad at checking chat. If you need to put a sticky note on your screen that says check chat, read chat, just get used to the habit. I can't even, real talk, I can't even watch a stream now, like anybody else's stream. I can't even watch anybody else's stream without checking their chat constantly, because it's so ingrained in my head now that when the chat is there, that I need to be constantly reading what's going on. It comes to the point now where I actually either have to hide chat, or I just miss a lot of the stream because I'm still in that streamer, like, trained my brain to read chat. But like I said, it has really benefited me. A lot of people come back. It's a great tip to get people coming back because they like building that relationship with you. Like, they like that feeling. They are happy when somebody's excited to see them. So just give them that little bit of attention, and it could really go a long way. Guys, please let me know if these tips have helped you. And be comfortable asking more questions too. If you're like, like, that's not working, I'm still not noticing anything. There are other things we can, look into. There's programs that if somebody does @ in your name, it will actually like make a noise on your side. It'll beep. So that's another thing you can look into too. But guys, if you are struggling with chat, let's talk it out. Let's chat about your chat. That's why I'm here for you. Be sure to email me at nextstepstreaming@gmail.com. Visit me always at nextstepstreaming.com, and I'm on Twitter at nextstepstream. So yeah, guys, there's no reason why you should not be reaching out or asking questions if you have them. I'll talk to you later, and good luck with your chat, guys.